There is a matter that of multiple tragedies that have hit Jos Metropolis, of a massive building collapse and a flood, based on which I would appeal to this House.
You are welcome, Honorable Distinguished.
On the basis of the provisions that I've cited, to grant me concession to present the motion, which is a one-line motion, even this morning, following the casualties and fatalities that have occurred in Jos Metropolis. I so move.
Thank you very much. Text his motion. Now, say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. You can move your motion.
In Jos Metropolis from flood and building collapse. The Senate notes with grief the fatalities that occurred in Jos, the Plateau State capital, following twin tragedies of flood and building collapse, resulting in the death of 15 persons, 3 from the flood and 12 from the building collapse. Further notes that the flood disaster occurred at Zinaria Axis, a shanty settlement of Jos Town, following a heavy downpour which swept off a number of houses, leaving 3 persons dead. Equally notes that few days after the tragic flood, Jos Town was again visited by another tragedy, following the collapse of a 3-story building, resulting in 12 fatalities, with several others sustaining varying degrees of injuries and are now receiving medical attention in hospital. Concerned that building collapse is becoming a recurring incident across the nation, due obviously to non-adherence to standards and in some instances compromised by regulatory agencies. Further concerned that the preparedness of first responder agencies in emergency management, and in particular NEMA, is still weak in terms of equipment and promptness. The Senate therefore resolves to 1, urge all regulatory agencies in the building and construction industry to enforce the stipulated standards by all property developers. 2, urge NEMA to update its capacity for prompt and effective response in times of emergency. 3, urge NEMA to administer relief to the affected families in Jos Town. And 4, urge the Senate to observe a 1-minute silence in honor of the deceased persons. I so move. Thank you.
Very straightforward motion. I'll go straight to the prayers. Prayer number 1. Urge all regulatory agencies in the building and construction industry to enforce the stipulated standards by all property developers. Those in favor of prayer 1 say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Prayer 2. Urge NEMA to update its capacity for prompt and effective response in times of emergency. Those in support of this prayer say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Prayer 4. Observe a 1-minute silence in honor of the deceased persons. Those in favor of this prayer say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. 1-minute silence. May the souls of our departed compatriots rest in perfect peace. And Those in support of the motion say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it.